Hey, what's up, Kim folk? I just want to give y'all a big shout out. What's up, YouTube people? Hope everybody's having a blessed week. Come out here this morning, still in Tennessee, of course, it's freezing cold. Come out here this morning, looked up, see if I can flip this thing around. Look at all them lines in the sky, you know. Actually, there's one right over here. I don't know if I can zoom in or not. There it is. Yeah. Oh, he's spraying right now. Well, yeah, so for all you haters out there that says, oh, you know, well, let me be honest with you guys. This is one of the reasons why I left Tennessee. Even though they passed the Clean Skies Act of 2024, uh, and they're just, either the governor's in on it, or, somebody above him, and uh, if they got to know what's going on, they have to. I'm not going to sit here and act like try to cover up for them because, and then the lawmakers will be like, oh, well, we did what we could do, by passing the bill. Well, that's not enough because that they know the flight patterns of these pilots that are out here doing this stuff. They, it's federally regulated. So, I mean, they know what's going on, people, and uh, thank God I don't live here anymore. I'll just be honest with you. Thank the good Lord that he took me to the Philippines that I'm missing dearly. Oh my gosh, guys, I did not realize that I would miss a country. The whole time I was over there, I missed my family. Don't get me wrong. I missed my family dearly, but I didn't miss this country. I didn't miss what's going on over here. Uh, and God put me over there, and I fell in love with the place. Fell in love with the people, fell in love with the food, the culture. Man, it's just so different than it is in America. So different. You know, um, so much. Uh, it's just life, man. There's so much people are just living their lives out there. Just, I mean, and you can tell, man, there's smiles on people's faces. They might not have a penny in their back pocket, but that they are smiling. The kids are outside playing. We're breathing fresh air. We're not being doused with these geoengineered chemtrails, trying to block the sun. That's something else. I mean, the sun's always shining, if it ain't raining, that is. If it's not raining, then the sun's shining, But, uh, man, it's just been so depressing being back here, I came back because of this workers' comp injury to get treatment. I've been here 3 months. I've yet to receive any treatment or any payments of any type. Uh, so now I finally got released from my doctor with permanent restrictions for the rest of my life. So now we go on the 29th of January 2026, and we're going to get this settled, and hopefully, if not, it goes to a judge and then back to mediation. But you know God willing, y'all, pray for me that we get all this worked out where I can get my butt back to the Philippines. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm a patriot first and foremost. I love this country. I was born and raised in America, but maybe I love it too much, and I'm too passionate about, the air we breathe, the water we drink. You want the best, and I'm just one man. One man can't change this world other than Jesus Christ. You know, he's the only one that I know that can and will change this, but it's in his timing. So right now, of course, we've got free will. God give us free will after the flood of Noah, um, and said, promised us that he would never flood the place, but he's going to burn it next time, And I guess these scientists and everybody, these think tanks that Washington, D.C. has, and all this political bull crap, You know, I mean, they're slowly ruining this country, this great country. They're slowly just tearing it apart. They won't. I guess if they get control over the food and the water, if the water's tainted, then we got to buy water. Or it's all about control, people. And this country didn't survive 250 years being controlled. You know, uh, and it I don't know. I'd say God's judgment. It's going to be upon this earth one day, but with everything that America has been involved in, I wouldn't doubt one bit. Says this isn't the mystery Babylon, uh, that's spoken of. So I don't know. We'll see. Only God knows, right? His timing. So you know, see all the frost on the ground. I mean, it is cold here, y'all. Uh, but yeah, I'm just missing the Philippines. I miss the hot weather. I miss the food. Uh, you know, 10 months I was out there, I lost 110 pounds. I've been back here for 3 months, basically only eating one cooked meal a day, and that's breakfast. And it's high protein. I do eat rice. I have started eating rice and some black eyed peas, but I cook one meal a day, and that's it. And I think I've gained like 20 pounds in 3 months. It's ridiculous. I mean, the food here is so bad that I don't know. But I didn't know this before I left. So if you just live here in America and you're having weight issues, or it's the food you can do. I mean, yeah, diet and exercise. They say diet and exercise, but look, it's in the food. I even eat gluten free. Anything, my sandwich wraps that I make are gluten free tortillas that I wrap my sandwich meat and stuff up in. You know, and it's just crazy that you know, I guess unless you get out and jog, a mile a day or 2 miles a day or something, to really, or starve yourself, do a lot of fasting, which that's what I've been trying to do, but just intermittent fasting. But uh, yeah, yeah, I'm so over this whole country, and the stuff that they're taking part in. It's just ridiculous, really. It's you know, and I mean a Filipino, they're going to be passionate about their country. They don't want people putting chemicals up in the air so it comes down and poisons the water or poisons the people, or I mean, the same way with Chinese and you know anybody that was born and raised in a country loves the land. You know, uh, that's just common sense. But yeah, man, I haven't been on here in a little while. I've been so depressed, man. Uh, depressed, like missing the Philippines. Depressed. That's kind of where I'm at with all this. Like, I didn't want to come back. I'll be honest with you. I didn't even want to come back, y'all. Uh, but when this insurance company hired an attorney and tried to get my case thrown out, um, while I was still in the Philippines, it pissed me off. So um, I went and hired an attorney, well, over the phone, and he told me he wouldn't even take my case unless I was back in Tennessee. And so, he told me what date I need to be back by before my injury date. So I came back a few days before that, hired him, and don't get me wrong, I mean, he seems to be doing a good job, but it's just, you know, this insurance company, man, they don't want to treat nobody. They don't want to spend, so uh, just be careful, guys out there. You guys out there working every day, like, you don't think, I mean, and this is just my experience, it's my opinion. You know, they're like assholes. Everybody has one, uh, but it's definitely been the worst experience that I could think of. and I'm just ready to get it put behind me. Really, I'm just, I ain't gonna lay down for this insurance company for by any means. I mean, they're gonna pay me what I think, because it almost cost me my life. It didn't cost them nothing, but it's gonna cost them some money. That's for sure. I get it all said and done. I'm headed back hopefully by February. I'll be back in the Philippines February of 2026, God willing. Uh, regardless if it's done or if they kick it out to a judge, and we have to go through that, because most of that can be done by phone, and my phone works fine in the Philippines. So you know I'm just I'm ready to get back, ready to get back to living, not walking outside and seeing, Saturday morning right before Christmas, and seeing them spraying our skies, and just, man, it's just nonsense over here. you know uh, Grocery prices are freaking astronomical. uh, Really, I spend in one week what I can feed two, probably four Filipinas and myself, well, what I spend here in one week on groceries. Uh, Electric, water, all your utilities. Water's not that bad over here, but it's still not like the Philippines. It ain't going to be 180 peso water bill, and and you do laundry and everything else, 180 pesos. So some of them's higher. It just depends on where you're at, I guess, what your water source is. Some of it's free if you're out in the province. You're not really paying for. You got well water, so uh, or if you're up in the mountains, same way. And that's kind of where I want to get. I actually talked to my ex yesterday and via message, and she said some of the sweetest things, because I figured she'd already just moved on, done found her another foreigner, but she actually said some of the sweetest things to me yesterday. And it's hard. Relationships hard, especially when you love somebody. It's extremely difficult. Um, it just is. It's very confusing. A lot of times it's confusing, and she was right there with me the whole time I was in the hospital. Never really left my side. And it's things like that. She thinks that I don't appreciate, but I've appreciated. To this day, and until my last day, I'll always appreciate that. Um, who knows? Who knows what the future is going to hold between me and her? It's kind of take it one day at a time and just see. Uh, so I'm not. I ain't trying to push anything on her, or anything like that, because she's been good to me. But when we argue, it's terrible. You know, and she knows I hate arguing. And it's like she loves it for some reason, and that could just be her maturity level. You know, uh, really haven't figured that out, but I'm just trying to keep it real with you guys. I don't edit these videos. At least I haven't started yet. When I get back, I'm going to take this vlogging a little bit more serious, but not so serious like I watched that pro-life traveler, Sim. Shout out to you, buddy. Um, but man, he's just like all the time up in people's faces, like pushing the camera, asking people. You know, I seen him walking. I don't know. I'm not going to do it. I wouldn't do it like that. But hey, to each their own. He's got a right to, you know. I'm just saying, like, this is not going to be part of my life. Like, this ain't going to be my job where I get up and I got to go find something to film and put it on here. No, this is more therapy for me. I kind of get on here and vent and kind of say whatever's on my mind, and it's good for me. And I hope, hey, I've got like, very, very small channel, but I do plan on taking it a little bit more seriously, investing into a drone and getting a DJI Osmosis 5 Pro, I think is what it is, just a camera. So that way, when I am traveling around, I'll take you guys with me, but, and then, hey, if it ever, whatever, I'm not really looking for the financial side of this. It's more therapy for me. So I hope y'all understand. And I do promise to show y'all a lot more. It's just, I'm just trying to get back home to the Philippines. I mean, I can't say it enough. Yeah, is the Philippines perfect? Heck no. I mean, traffic's crazy, politicians corrupt. I mean, uh, roads, are not the greatest, especially up in the mountains. Uh, so it's a lot, but the people make that place. The people are so kind, so respectful, so caring, and God knows exactly where to move his chess pieces around. So, and I know that's where he put me, and I fit right in. I really did. To not know anybody but my LDR and her family at the time, to not know anybody and to go out there and ended up, that didn't work out. So ended up with Kay, uh, and that hasn't worked out so far. So, I mean, it's just been a kind of a roller coaster out there, but, uh, and it takes some balls. Don't get me wrong. You're not just going, you have to have some balls to basically leave everything that you've ever known here in America, here in the state of Tennessee. You're going to leave it all and you're just walking away, you know, and trust in the Lord. That's where trusting in him came in huge for me, because at first I didn't see it, but I see it now, you know, and like I said, I'm back for another, hopefully 6, 7 more weeks. We get this settled, and I'll probably be on the next flight. I'm actually going to go to Mexico, so I'll do a little filming down there in Cancun. Uh, but and then that's a hard reset. I'm going to Mexico to do a hard reset, um, just to kind of get some of this America stress off of me. You know, have me a frozen strawberry margarita, sit on the beach, clear my head. And then when I get back to the Philippines, I'll be in the right mindset. I'll be, ready. I've got to go renew my ACR card. I've got to go get my Philippine driver's license. First week or so there, I'm going to be pretty busy getting everything settled. But then, God willing, I get me another motorcycle or buy me a secondhand or even a Toyota Hilux or something, some kind of truck. Man definitely needs a 4-wheel drive truck if you're going to live in the Philippines. That's something else uh, that you will definitely, want to look at getting eventually if you're planning on moving to the Philippines. So, and if you are planning on moving, hey man, I'd just do it. Don't worry about not knowing. There's expat sites. Some communities like Dumaguete, Cebu, BGC up around Manila, Makati, they have expats, a lot of expats, meetings and card nights and all this stuff. But I'm not going out there to be hanging out with a bunch of Americans or Westerners. I would rather be hanging with the Filipinas. And I shout out to my friend Jade. Uh, Love you, girl. She's awesome. Rika, Laura, and Elson. Uh, that's that's the 6 a.m. crew, as they call it. They do yoga every morning at 6 a.m. So, yeah, shout out to you guys. miss you guys. Can't wait to see you guys too. You know, I just miss everything. You know, I miss the food. I miss the adobo, poussette, which is poussette adobo, which is calamari, which is squid. So having a brain lock there for a minute, but yeah, I'm just you know, depressed in Tennessee. You know, I'm, you know, I never would have thought, I never would have thought that I could love a country more than I love this one, but I was dead wrong. And when you start losing, you know, like 10 pounds a week, or, you know, 15 pounds every 2 weeks, or, and you see all this weight start falling off of you and you're not even exercising, it's just in the diet out there. Oh my gosh. Like, then you realize, oh my, you know, then you realize that it's in the food. It's got to be in the food here. So, you know, hope everybody, I may shoot another vlog before Christmas. I don't know. Um, but if not, I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. You know, hope everybody's enjoying themselves. You know, if you're living in America, you know, I would definitely try to be thinking outside the box. South America, I wouldn't go to any Western countries. You know, I would stay away from that because I think they're kind of uh, they're all under the same agenda right now, if that makes sense. You know, flooding their countries with immigrants, illegal immigrants, and just kind of everything. It's happened all over Europe, you know, and but it won't happen in the Philippines. But they're gonna make sure of it, you know. So that's awesome. The Philippines has got a lot right in their country. You know, you're not just gonna come in and buy land up unless you're married to a Filipina, you know. So uh, yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome, guys. But man, I hope everybody has a blessed day. Like, you know, get out and make somebody smile today if you can. And, uh, you know, just y'all take care. And I will definitely, hey, thanks for watching my channel too, guys. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Man, I promise this channel will get better. Right now, it's just me. You know, if you like being bored and hearing old country boy talk, then you're at the right channel. But I'll holler at you guys later. See y'all.